We have a full hour of Nakery, and again, all on sale, free shipping. Make sure you keep that in mind while you're stuck in the cart. We talked about this, and I have to really tell you, this is one of my favorite products because I constantly have ankle pain. I believe it might be arthritis. It doesn't matter. If you've got pain anywhere in your body, think about your muscles. Do you have achy joints? This is going to be that over-the-counter product for you, but it's from Nakery. So of course, it is going to be great and beautiful and smell nice and wonderful for your skin. Liz, tell me about this, because why does this work so well? How did your chemist even come up with this? I'm like so blown away by it.
Yes, so, well, Nakery, yes, I'm Liz, the founder of Nakery, but Nakery's not about Liz, it's about listening to what products you want.
Yes.
And it came out of a focus group where we sat down with hundreds of you, and you were talking about not being able to open jars. You were talking about not being able to get out of the house and do certain errands. A lot of you were saying, I can't even carry my groceries. So sitting with my chemist, I said, what can we do? And she said, well, we can go through the FDA and do an OTC. And I was like, well, this is all over my head. And she's like, Liz, I've actually created a product that helps with pain and helps with arthritis. And I said, okay. She said, I made it for a famous plastic surgeon who couldn't move his hands. So I said, give me some and let's have the ladies try it. So we gave out little lab samples and it just blew up. Everyone couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe that they finally had something that was giving them the relief that they didn't have to buy at the drugstore, that is OTC without a prescription, that actually addresses inflammation of the joints, which is back pain, arthritis, any kind of pain. Now, you're probably looking at this going, wait, I'm watching a beauty show. Why is she talking about pain? Because that's what Nakery is all about. It's about listening to what products you want and really helping you solve the problems. So meaning that it doesn't need to be a lip gloss, it can be about pain. So it's a breakthrough, it's exciting, it's ultra strength, so hands, neck, shoulders, back, knees, feet. It's a waterless, very expensive formula, and it's very difficult to make. And once you get FDA cleared and you get it without a prescription, the OTC, and you have the fact panel on here, you have to follow a specific recipe, meaning that if we are out of arnica, for example, we can't just go to another supplier and get arnica. You have to follow a specific recipe. But I have to tell you, for those of you that have already picked this up and are going crazy for it, it has been the most rewarding product I have ever made in my life. I get thousands of letters from so many of you, paragraphs saying, Liz, like, this has changed my life. I can get out of the house. I can go to the grocery store. I can open jars. Tell me your story.
So many stories, really. Sometimes, you know, I'm an artist and I paint, and I wake up in the morning, I can't even open up my little eye drop, you know, my drops. And, you know, putting on some jeans, like a pair of jeans, oh no. With my thumbs, so my arthritis kind of just comes on all of a sudden. There's no warning, all of a sudden it's really painful. So to have this cream on hand like that, where I can just pull it out, massage in, and then actually have flexibility again, is a wonderful thing. And I thank you, Liz, because I have some all over the place, every little spot. You know, my car, my purse, my nightstand.
And you get that immediate relief, and that's what's so great, you know, listening to so many of you telling me that, Liz, I've got this product, or I got this at the drugstore, and then I read the fine print and it said I have to reapply it every 2 hours, which is terrible, because when you live with someone, or you are the person that's living with pain, it's already constantly on your mind. But then having to set an alarm where you have to keep reapplying a pain cream just to get through your day, we said no way. So this is clinically proven to address arthritis. Now, why is that important? Because as you get older, and maybe it's not you and maybe not yet, but it's 1 in 3 of us will get arthritis. But did you know that when we hit 60, it's actually 1 in 2? And you can get arthritis anywhere in your body. So be proactive, and you're gonna have something that we mentioned. This is Clean Beauty that helps with muscle strains, sprains, bruises, simple backaches, but arthritis. Because when arthritis hits, it's that throbbing, right? It's that throbbing, and you will take anything, you'll try anything. This is Clean Beauty. So remember that. You're not going to the drugstore and you can't not read the ingredients. It's a waterless formula. And how she did it, by the way, it doesn't smell medicinal. You can hug someone and they're not gonna say, ooh, she's got medicine on. It's this bright yellow color, and that's the capsicum that drives it into the joints. So it's very unique. So it's capsicum that takes it into the joints and it's driven in there with plant stem cells, with arnica, with magnesium, with ingredients that are all helping to address any kind of pain. So whether it's your neck, whether it's your hands, whether it's in your feet, whether it's in your legs, and it's stopping you from enjoying life, this gives you that where you can get out. So I know we're not talking beauty at the moment, but I feel like when you're somebody that's suffering with pain, it affects how you look, right? And it makes you feel not pretty, and it makes you feel like you just want to hide.
Well, you know, and also, you know, when you're in pain, you don't want to move. So the thing is, that's not good because you need to move. You're right. You need to flex your joints and everything. So the tendency is like, oh, that's too painful, I don't want to touch it. But that's the wrong way to go. This helps you go in the right direction and be proactive with that pain.
Liz, I just have to cut in really quickly because, again, 41,000 of these have been sold since it launched. That is a lot of amazing product that we've been able to move because of what you want. And that's what I want to mention really quickly about what Liz was saying, that she says it's not about her. She's very humble. But one of the things that is really, truly amazing and you need to know is that this is a brand that listens to you. This is a brand that thinks about you. And of course, you talked about your pain. You talked about, is there some clean beauty brand out there that can make a product that is over the counter, that can help deal with the achy joints, the pain in your muscles? Now 42,000 have gone. Just within this presentation already, we're seeing hundreds have moved. This is why we tell you, do not wait on this, because we only have a certain amount left. We're going to give you live updates throughout this hour. There is no auto ship on this, so make sure you're stocking up, because all we have is what we have. You heard Liz saying, when we talk about these different ingredients, to be able to gather them all up and make the batch that we are selling you right now, it takes time. So when you want this, when you need it, you need to have it stocked up and ready to go, especially because we don't have auto ship on this, but we can't. It's just, it goes too fast. And when we talk about what's left, I mean, truly, there aren't many, just a couple thousand, and that's not a lot when it comes to Nakery Beauty. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I would say, if you're thinking about it for yourself, your partner, your best friend, your mom, your sister, your child, whoever it is, think about getting maybe a few, because I gotta tell you, if you know someone, if you know, whether it's somebody you live with that is dealing with the hands, the neck, the shoulders, the back, the knees, the arthritis in the knees, the feet, when they have something that gets them through the day, that you're using once a day, you're not having to set that alarm and use something every 2 hours, that immediately gives you that relief to get out, it's incredible. And it's fun because, you know, there was a gentleman here who had some back issues, and he said, could I try it? And I said, absolutely. He had one of those icy kind of sticks in his back pocket. And he said, this I have to just put on every few hours. So can I try it? And I said, yes, of course. So he tried it, and he came back that evening and said, I never used that icy stick, that I don't even know what's in it. So it's not numbing it. It's not covering it up. It's actually getting into those joints.
That's amazing.
And helping it with this unique recipe that helps with any kind of stiffness, any kind of soreness, and you use it in the morning and go about your day. Patsy, what do you love? Besides, we'll tell me your bruise story.
Well, that's what I was going to point out, that at one time I had a bruise that was probably 4 to 5 inches long on my arm.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, Liz saw it and she said, well, are you using the pain cream? I said, no, it doesn't hurt. And she said, it has arnica. Arnica that addresses bruises. Well, I used it a couple of days, took care of it, gone.
Because as you get older, our skin gets thinner. So if you get a bruise, you're going to have it for a few weeks, right? And then when you were younger, maybe in your 30s and 40s, you get a bruise and it's gone in a couple days and not anymore. So I know I saw this big bruise on Patsy's arm and I said, Patsy, you've got the pain cream, put it on there. So then 2 days later, it was gone. So use it as a preventative. I love what you said too, that you went on your cruise and she packed, right?
Two items,
Before
magic spray and pain relief. These are just in case. It is, you know, I want to be, when you go away on a vacation, you pack things just in case. Well, this is always one of those items. And if you can be preventative ahead of time, then you know, that's what you do. But it actually penetrates into the joint. I've got knee arthritis, so that's where I apply it for my arthritis.
But then you go about your day, and that's the best part, you know. Again, if you're somebody that lives with pain, to have something that's clean beauty, that is OTC without a prescription, that is addressing arthritis. And again, 1 in 3 of us will get arthritis if you don't have it already. And then when you hit 60, it's actually 1 in 2. And then you run to the drugstore and then you buy something that's not clean, and then you buy something that you have to keep reapplying. It's not really doing anything. This is actually going to the source of the problem. A lot of products out there just sit on the surface and they, like the icy thing the gentleman had, I don't remember the name of it, but this icy thing, and then you have to reapply every 2 hours. This, into the joints, helps that inflammation, helps the backaches, helps with arthritis. And you can get out. You can actually leave it at home, use it in the morning, and get out of the house.
Go dancing.
Go dancing.
Go dancing.
Yeah, grab it while you can. 887-478 is the item number, and you're seeing that counter go. I wouldn't miss out on an opportunity to get this home while you can. It is absolutely incredible and will change the way you think about over-the-counter pain creams. We are moving right along because we have lots of items in this hour to talk about.